Welcome to another edition of Web Chat with the Mayor. I'm Chris McMillan, joined as always by Woodstock Mayor Trevor Birch. And Trevor, you're just back from Ottawa at the AMO conference. What were some of the big items that were on your agenda for the city of Woodstock?
Well, one of the big discussions was with our counterparts regarding opiate use and some of the things that we're seeing happening all across small town southwestern Ontario right now. And I think those discussions are very helpful. There'll be more coming up on that in the future. One of the things for me that I really came home with is from the talks where you're in the hallways and you're rubbing shoulders with our senior level government counterparts, is that they understand that the first round of transformative changes when it came to healthcare and paramedic services, etc., was a little fast, and municipalities were caught mid-year. So that's slowing down. Those changes will take place, but we'll have involvement when it comes to the budgets. Now, the other thing we hear is that they're not done with the transformative change. There's going to be changes coming up with social services and many of the agencies that Oxford County deal with to deliver these services. So a lot of our funding partners here in the community are on notice right now. Continue to find savings, keep running your program, but be on the lookout for future consolidation, amalgamation, and changes coming up. So be careful with the dollars, because the dollars might be reduced in the future. We also had a lot of discussions regarding the inner city, so the downtowns. I spoke with several other mayors that have experienced an influx of mental health issues and drug issues and transient issues similar to what Woodstock has been facing recently. And again, no easy way to handle that situation. These people are someone's son or daughter, mother or father, brother or sister, and everybody needs help from time to time. So these discussions with the cities, again, it's about making sure that the police involvement's there and all of the community agencies. So all in all, a very good conference that was well attended. And of course, the province for the Bear Pit session had 26 of the cabinet ministers answering questions. So they got through 33 questions in about an hour and a half. So that was a record for AMO's history.
I know the regional review came up, but it sounds like there was really no update on that other than it's going to be delayed a bit.
Yeah, regional review is still underway, so the results from the consultant's report have not been shared yet with the Treasury Board or with Cabinet. Minister Clark will be sharing that in the coming weeks, and I'm sure that we'll start to see some legislative framework that'll be unique to each of the different areas. So one thing that the minister has made clear is that this isn't going to be a change that is equal to all of the different municipalities that are being reviewed, but it's going to be something that takes into account the local dynamics. So still on notice. We need to continue to look for savings at the city, at the county, all of our partners around the county, and be prepared for change.
Switch gears a little bit here, Trevor. Big meeting tonight at the Colombo Club in Beachville. That starts at 6:30. Can you tell us what will be on the agenda for that?
That's right. So this is for the proposed boundary adjustment for residential land with Southwest Oxford and the city of Woodstock. So a couple parcels of land that are off of Carn Road just to the north, and the city, when you drive into that west section where our subdivisions are, you'll see stub streets that end, and there's services that end there. And this would, if it goes through, be the continuation, and probably another 1,200 types of houses, townhouses, apartment buildings coming to that area if approved. Now, it does take a lot of time to get these agreements in place, and then it takes time to get the services there ready to build. But one thing we've seen with all the growth that's happening here in Woodstock, from an economic standpoint with jobs and new families moving in and families returning, we have to make sure that we get that supply of housing units up, because the demand is really high, so prices are high. Get more units, and that should help with alleviating some of that housing pressure. Now, again, that meeting starts at 6:30. I'm going to be a little late to the meeting myself because we have the grand opening for the Woodstock Fair, as well as I get to be one of the judges in the pie contest again. So I'll head to the fair first and get that underway, and then I'll join up at the Colombo Club.
You know, that's how you know you're a big deal. You get to be a judge at the pie eating contest. Like I strive to get that level one day.
Well, and one of the important things I've learned over the years judging pies is it's much like playing poker. When you have some of these great ladies and men who have baked that special recipe watching you taste their pie, you make sure that you have the same facial expression for every single one of those 28 pies.
There you go. That's a very political answer right there. That's a smart answer. I'm excited. I'm going to the fair tonight actually as well. I'm bringing my 2 kids, 2 and a 4-year-old, and we went last year and they just had a blast. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it's really cool. It's free. It's free to go in and enjoy all the things. I mean, it costs money for the rides and stuff and food, but all the other, there's so much to do without having to spend a lot of money.
And don't forget the Smash Up Derby Sunday afternoon. And that's what makes it so great, having the free admission. You can come and go as many times as you want over the course of the fair. So bring out your family, friends, and neighbors and encourage everyone to get out. There's something there for everybody.
Thanks a lot, Trevor. Appreciate this. We'll chat with you next week, I think, if we can squeeze you in. And make sure to join us again next time for another edition of Web Chat with the Mayor.